Emotion coaching was developed by the Gottman Institute in the USA by world-leading developmental psychologist Dr. John Gottman, who spent over 40 years researching how families engage with each other at times of high emotion. Emotion coaching has transformed how so many people manage all of their relationships, as well as how they feel themselves every day. Before the coronavirus pandemic, Active Change had already started to translate emotion coaching resources into different languages so that they could reach as many different communities as possible. However, since the start of this lockdown, where most families are stuck at home together, there is more need than ever to support them in learning these proven techniques in communicating even better with their children and each other. What we're giving here is a detailed explanation of the 5 steps of emotion coaching and how to practice them. Number 1, awareness. Be aware of the child's emotions. This happens quite naturally when we simply observe the child's facial expressions, body language, and the tone of their voice. We all do this anyway, but it's very important that we're looking out for negative emotions as warning signs of a potential incident, confrontation, or the child just needing someone to talk to. Number 2, opportunity. Recognizing emotions as an opportunity for connection or teaching. It's precisely this cue that we look for when we decide to engage with the child. At this point, we decide how to connect with them. We say things like, "You look quite unhappy. Do you want to talk about it?" Or, "I've noticed you look a bit upset. Has anything happened?" Remember, your expectations need to match their abilities, which are often determined by their age and how articulate you think they are. Number 3, label. Help the child verbally label their emotions. This is where the child has started to open up about what has happened. You read their emotions and help them put words to the emotions they are feeling. We say things like, "That must have made you feel really embarrassed," or "I bet you felt really hurt by that," or "You must have felt really helpless in that situation," or "You probably weren't expecting that reaction, were you?" Remember, it's no good using emotional vocabulary they won't understand. Number 4, validate. Communicate empathy and understanding. This is where you carry on from step 3 in making the child feel that you understand what they're going through. But you also point out that their behavior was not okay if you know they were in the wrong too. Possibly by giving examples of how something similar happened to you once and how you felt. We say things like, "I think I've got a good idea of how you feel because the same thing happened to me not long ago," or "when I was your age." Or, "I remember when I was in the same situation and afterwards I felt like this or like that." Or, "It's okay to feel angry and upset, but then it all goes wrong when we start to lose our tempers." Remember, even when the child is in the wrong, we still start by accepting their feelings and emotions first, as this is the only way of getting them on your side first to start solving the problem in step 5. But also ensure that you make it clear to them in the least judgmental way possible that what they did was unacceptable. That it was okay for them to have those feelings, but not okay to behave the way they did. Number 5, limit. Problem solve and set limits on the behavior. This is the last step where now that the child is on your side and feels they can talk to you about their bad experience, you can start to ask them further about what caused the problem in the first place. In this way, you can guide them towards acknowledging their own negative behavior without spelling it out to them. We say things like, "So, now that we've talked about how you felt, how do you think the other person felt by what you said or did?" Or, "If you had the chance to go through that situation again, how would you do it differently?" Or, "Let me help you sort this problem out. Let's work together. What do you think you can do to put this right?" Remember, you've already got an idea about where the child went wrong. But if you spell it out to them, they will often feel that you are being judgmental or patronizing. The idea is to lead them towards realizing where they went wrong themselves. That way, the child doesn't lose face, and they feel like with a little help from you, they have solved the problem themselves without getting the finger pointed at them.